So next let us discuss an application of gradient, which is the directional derivatives. Until now you have studied about the ordinary derivatives. You have studied about partial derivatives, and now all this directional derivatives. Now what are these? If you look at partial derivatives, you have studied these three kind of partial derivatives. One is with respect to x, one is with respect to y, and one is with respect to z, right? Del by del x, del by del y, and del by del z. If I talk about this del by del x, what does this derivative tell you? It tell you, suppose this is your x direction, this is y direction, and this is z direction. So it will give you the change when you are moving in this direction, x direction, right? So this will tell you the change in the function, whatever is the function you are applying this operator onto, change when in the x direction. Similarly, the second derivative, this del by del y, it will give you change in the y direction, and this will give you change in the z direction, del by del z. Now what if I wanted to have a change in some arbitrary direction? I do not know. I say you go along this direction and tell me what is the change in the given function. So for that we need directional derivative. So we can say these are generalized version of the partial derivative, in which in partial derivative we are limited only to three directions, x, y, or z. Here we can take any arbitrary direction. So suppose I tell you this, okay, you go along this direction, so obviously this would represent some vector. So I give you, okay, find out the change in according to this direction given by this vector. So what you can do, you can calculate the direction of this vector, and then you can take the component of that change in the direction of this vector. So accordingly, for the formula, if we wanted to calculate the directional derivative of the surface phi at the point P in the direction a cap. So a cap represents the unit vector in the direction I wanted to go. So we wanted to compute the directional derivative of this function at this point in this direction, right? So we require three things. One is the function itself, one is the coordinates of the points, and one is the direction in which we wanted to compute this derivative. So the formula here is simply equal to computation of this gradient of phi, right, at the point P, taking its dot product with the unit vector. So this thing will give you the component of change. So this will give you the component of change of phi at point P in the direction of vector A. So you should remember this formula for computing the directional derivative. And moreover, there is also one more result which says that if you wanted to calculate where is that maximum change is occurring. So the question is, if you wanted to find out where is the maximum change occurring. So the answer here is, you already know which quantity give you the maximum change. We know the gradient gives the maximum change. So that is why we can say the maximum value of directional derivative of phi along gradient of phi. So the maximum value of direction of phi is along gradient of phi, and what is that maximum value? And the maximum value is, the direction is along this direction, and that maximum value is obtained by taking the modulus of gradient of phi. So this is the formula, right? So let me give you one question which you can try. So write down this question. It says that you are to compute the directional derivative. Find the directional derivative. Find the directional derivative of phi, which is equal to x square, y square, z square at the point 1, 1, minus 1 in the direction of tangent to the curve x is equal to e to the power t, y is equal to 2 sine t plus 1, and z is equal to t minus cos t at the point t is equal to 0. So you could try this question, right? Okay, so let's look at its solution. So when we solve this, first what we have to calculate, for calculating the directional derivative, we'll calculate it using this formula. Firstly, we'll compute the gradient of this function phi at the given point 1, 1 and minus 1, and then take its dot product with whatever is this direction of the tangent to this given curve. So let me call that by t cap, right? Where t cap is the direction of tangent curve to the x is equal to e to the power t, y is equal to 2 sine t plus 1, and z is equal to t minus cos t at the point t is equal to 0. So we have to compute these two quantities. First one is we have to compute the gradient of the surface phi, right? So let me first calculate this. So we are given phi to be x square, y square, z square. So that means gradient of phi, what would be that? It would be del x by del x I cap plus del y j cap plus del z k cap of this phi. So it would be x square, y square, z square, and then when you take the partial derivative of this quantity with respect to x, so it would be 2x y square z square I cap plus 2x square y z square j cap plus 2x square y square z k cap. So this is your gradient, and we have to compute this gradient at the given point 1, 1, minus 1. So that means we will substitute the value of x as equal to 1, the value of y as equal to 1, and the value of z as equal to minus 1, and similarly for others as well. Okay, so we have this quantity right here, we have j cap also, here we have I cap also. So this becomes equal to 2 I cap, and then we can write this to be 2 j cap, and this is equal to minus 2 k cap. So this is our gradient vector calculated at the point 1, 1, minus 1. So this is one thing that we require. Let me call this as equation number 1. Okay, now next let me calculate what is the direction t cap. So we have to find this t cap, right? So that means we first have our given curve. If you see, x is given to be e to the power t, y is given to be 2 sine t plus 1, and z is given to be t minus cos t, right? So what we can do, we can create a position vector according to this. So I can write x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. So I can substitute the values of x. So it would be e to the power t I cap plus 2 sine t plus 1 j cap and then t minus cos t k cap. So this is my position vector, and what is the tangent according to this curve? You know, the tangent is obtained when you differentiate it with respect to time. So this is the position vector corresponding to tangent at any point. So if you obtain this, that means you have to differentiate this quantity with respect to t. So it would become e to the power t would remain as such, right? So there is no change in this. And when you differentiate this 2 sine t plus 1, you will get 2 cos t, right? Plus 1, its derivative becomes 0. So we have 2 cos t j cap. And then the derivative of this quantity t minus cos t. So its derivative is 1 minus, and the derivative of cos is minus sine t, right? K cap. So this is the direction, this is the tangent obtained at any point of the given curve. So I can write this to be e to the power t I cap plus 2 cos t j cap and then plus 1 plus sine t k cap. Now the next thing is to evaluate unit vector, because in gradient we require to take for the directional derivatives we require to compute this quantity, where first thing is the gradient of the given function calculated at a certain point and its dot product with this unit vector in that particular direction, right? So in order to compute this unit vector, this is our vector, we will divide this vector by its magnitude. So that will give you a unit vector in that particular direction. So we have 1 plus sine t k cap, and its magnitude would be square root of the component of I, that is e to the power t, its square, and then 2 cos t whole square plus then 1 plus sine t whole square. So when you simplify this, you will obtain, and moreover we are to calculate this at the point t is equal to 0. Remember, in the question we are given t is equal to 0. Therefore this unit vector becomes e to the power 0 I cap plus 2 cos 0 j cap plus 1 plus sine 0 k cap. This is the above vector, and in the denominator we have the quantities e to the power 0 whole square plus 2 cos 0 whole square, and then we have 1 plus sine 0 whole square, square root. So this becomes equal to I cap plus 2 j cap and then plus 1 k cap. So basically k cap divided by square root of 1 square, that is 1, plus 2 into 1, that is 2, 2 square is 4, and then 1 square is 1. So this is equal to 1 by square root 6 I cap plus 2 by square root 6 j cap plus 1 by square root 6 k cap. So this is our vector that we are interested to obtain. This is the given direction of the tangent. Now in order to compute the quantity, so in order to compute this quantity over here, this one, we have to take the dot product of two vectors. Which one? Okay, so the first vector here is this, which I have labeled by vector 1, and the second is this one, right? So for this, let me write down the directional derivative that would be equal to taking the gradient of phi at the point 1, 1, minus 1 dot product with that of this vector t cap, which I have defined to be this t cap. Okay, the unit vector in the direction of given tangent. So the values, the gradient which we obtained was 2 I cap plus 2 j cap minus 2 k cap, and this vector t vector is this one. So we have 1 by square root 6 I cap plus 2 by square root 6 j cap plus 1 by square root 6 k cap. So now we have to perform this dot product. So this is equal to 2 by square root 6 plus 4 by square root 6 minus 2 by square root 6. So this and this cancels. So finally you have 4 by square root 6 as your directional derivative. So this is your final answer, right? I hope you understood this concept. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.